Nature changes the face of everything in time. Your best work in aesthetic dentistry is gauged by your patient's satisfaction with their new restoration. The natural look of a restoration is heavily dependent on the color variations and other characteristics, which vary from age group to age group. Certainly you have faced frustration time and time again when having to choose the best color match for your case. As an individual ages, the various characteristics of their teeth, including the color and translucency of their dentition, will change as well. Seasons of Life gives you a broad spectrum in the form of a shade system that is modeled to a patient's age group. A decade ago, Kahng, CDT, first began researching the difficulties of shade matching. A technician for over 20 years, he recognized the challenges in the industry. As a result, the concept of the Chairside Shade Guide came into production in 2009. Since its introduction, it has been revised, updated, and upgraded to the version you see today, Seasons of Life Ceramic Shade Tabs.
My doctor is named Joe Crusoe after he heard my story. And look, why don't you make Seasons of Life? And says, that's really what I'm looking for. That's why he made for the name Seasons of Life. I was young, now I'm middle-aged. I will get old if God allowed to me. There is a differentiation. Now, young has more opacity, medium has less opacity, and elderly age is no more opacity, has more translucency, even transparency has more modification. How can you mimic it? That's why I made Seasons of Life series.
The 5 individual guides are modeled to a specific age group based on their general dentition. To make the process even easier to use, there are various shade tabs for premolars and molars, after prep color, surface textures, and tissue colors. The finished product is a naturally aesthetic and visually appealing restoration. Seasons of Life originated as a way to solve the problem of patients who were despondent with their restorative procedures. As the name implies, when the seasons of a person's life changes, so does the color of the teeth, the value, the hue, and the chroma. How much money and time have you lost over the years as a direct result of a color being off? How difficult is it to match translucency or mamelon? Has the frustration made you wish for a better system? With Seasons of Life, that loss of time and money will be drastically reduced, if not entirely eliminated. In return, your patients will be extremely pleased with their end result. You may also benefit by receiving referrals from satisfied patients. This shade system is created in the same porcelain ceramic finish that your final product is. By using porcelain shade guide tabs, you know exactly what you'll receive from the lab because the materials are a match. There will be no more guessing what your final shade, including all modifications, will really look like when it is finished. In addition, for the safety of your patient and your practice, because these guides are porcelain, they can be sterilized after each use. Implementing Seasons of Life shading system in your practice can make your time more profitable. There is less frustration. There is less hesitation. There is less guesswork and more confidence in yourself. You are left with beautiful, lifelike restorative pieces, and your patient confidently walks away with a smile that is aesthetically appealing and natural. The Seasons of Life cannot be stopped or changed, but they can be recreated naturally and beautifully with Seasons of Life shade tabs.